Hi, my name is Katie Pack, and I'm talking to you today about a news feature idea I have about the spread of invasive exotic species in Ann Arbor and beyond. And first, I'd like to start off with a story that's very near and dear to many Ann Arbor residents' hearts, which is Nichols Arboretum. Now, in 1910, wild buckthorn was planted along with a ton of other plant species. It was a popular hedging plant at the time, but today covers 70% of natural green spaces in the Arboretum. And it wasn't until the 1980s, according to the superintendent of the Nichols Arboretum, that people even realized that it was a problem, and by then it was too late. Now, invasive species in the Arboretum and other natural green spaces are a problem because they compete directly with other plants for nutrients, for soil, for shade, and it results in a loss of diversity that makes their ecosystem much more fragile and much less resilient. And now, more than ever, in this time of volatile climate change, resilient ecosystems are so important. And not only is this issue a problem from an environmental standpoint, but from a public interest one as well. Invasive species affect people's urban parks, shaded streets, recreational parks, waterways, and many other ways that just compromises the integrity of the environment of urban areas. And the crux of the issue is that once an invasive species has established itself in an ecosystem, it is nearly impossible to remove, just like the buckthorn in the arboretum. So, really, intervention is especially important right now. The main problem is that people just simply aren't informed enough. According to researchers and government officials alike, people don't know what to look for. They're not checking their shoes for hitchhikers. They're not checking the undersides of their boats. The DNR doesn't have enough money to combat the problem themselves. There's not a lot of infrastructure for that. So, first and foremost, the purpose of my feature is to inform people. It's to tell them about what to look for. It's to tell them about the damage that's happening, not only in just the world in general, in the nation in general, but in their own backyards. And so I think that I will try to draw attention both to local communities like the Arboretum and national issues such as like aquatic species in the Great Lakes region, like carp. Asian carp is a huge issue there. Now, I've spoken to a representative from the Michigan DNR, some researchers at the University of Michigan, some representatives with the Nichols Arboretum, and some local activists. And so I think I've amassed enough input from experts, and I have some experience reporting on public health issues that I think that I can write an informed and articulate feature, which would be really helpful for online or print. If it's online, I can link helpful resources because, like I said, first and foremost, I want this to be informative for people. And if I can just get some members of the Ann Arbor community to be more aware of what to look for, that would be ideal. Even better is if it could reach a wider audience and just make people aware of the spread of invasive species. Thank you so much for your time.